Hello guys, Luna here with another Skyrim mod video where we cover some of the latest new mods for Xbox One and PlayStation 4 from the last 24 hours. Today we have a bunch of mods to go over as usual, including new textures, a new player home, a new follower and more, so that's coming up. For PS4 mods, I have one work in progress mod. Guys, it's been 5 days since the last PS4 mod was released, so we don't really have much to go over there. Today's mods, as always, I'm just covering all the mods in order they are released, so some of these mods are quite small mods, but are still worth covering. Other days might have much bigger mods. It just really depends on what day we're on. Anyway, let's start with today's mods. Our first mod is the Mighty Nines Photo Studio. It, by the name of it, does sound like it's a mod adding some kind of photo studio to Skyrim, but in actual fact it's a simple player home close to Whiterun. The home contains rooms for 2 followers, but not children. It has a full crafting area with smelter, wood chopping block outside. With the photo studio area, you have all the crafting and food supplies you will ever need. There is a chest by the armorer's workbench which contains a set amount of supplies. Next to the enchanter's table there is a chest containing a large number of soul gems for your enchanting needs as well. These chests are not safe storage, so keep that in mind. They do replenish every 20 hours in game, so you can have an unlimited amount of stuff for crafting. There is a chest in your bedroom as well, and a wardrobe that you can use for safe storage. The alchemy satchel on the alchemy table is also safe storage. There's a few mannequins to display your favorite armors in the house, as well as a couple of weapon racks. There are 2 very special amulets for you in the photo studio, one on the enchanter's table and one is in the chest. They will increase your enchanting skill. The extra is to break on a table so you can learn the fortify enchantment skill. Overall, it's not a big player home with lots of stuff, but it has all the essentials and comes with a constant replenishing supply of items needed for crafting, cooking, alchemy and more. So it's a very useful player home, I'd say, and it is very conveniently located. Our next mod of the day, guys, is called the Lawful's 8K retexture. He is currently working on retexturing the whole of Skyrim, it seems, in 8K on console, and we have gone over quite a few 8K mods already. The 8K water mod is what I was very eager to test out and see what improvements it made to your game. So the best way to test this one was simply to make a comparison. I have the first clip which shows the water with no 8K texture, it's just vanilla. The second shows it with the 8K installed. The third is both 8K and the Realistic Waters mod, which is the main water mod I use. And the fourth is both realistic and 8K. So what I found when trying them out is the 8K made a slight improvement over vanilla Skyrim water. It added more sort of ripples to the water if you look really close. If you have Realistic Waters installed, I couldn't really notice a difference between having 8K and this installed at the same time. So I think having this installed is not really a big difference over vanilla, but I guess you guys can let me know if you disagree. The video is there for you to decide on your own. Our PS4 mod of today, guys, is called More Magnitude, More Power. Every perk in Destruction and Restoration increases spell magnitude for everything now in Skyrim. Each perk changed adds 1 spell magnitude to the specific spell, and the mod author likens it to taking a sword to the grindstone to slightly improve or buff that sword, but now you can do similar to individual spells within the Destruction and Restoration skill trees. Increased spell magnitude by 1 perk has some unexpected buffs on other things as well, such as enchantment effects and the duration of some spells. So here's how it works. Apprentice, Adept, Expert and Master spells now have 20% higher damage increase than the last. For example, Apprentice would be 20% damage, Adept is 40% and so on. So a good way to buff magic potency in game. The mod is a work in progress one, so you may encounter some bugs, and also the only schools available to buff are currently Destruction and Restoration, but the mod author is working on all the other schools of magic in the game. Next, guys, we have a small mod or mods called Ancano and Elenwen voice sets, and basically what the mod does is replaces the default voices for several races to that of Ancanos for male and Elenwen for females. So there are different mods. You can replace all Breton voices, all Nord or Imperials, or you can do all 3, and that's changed them to the new voice set. It covers default voices, so usually for non-essential NPCs they just have a generic voice. I don't think any of the important characters will have their voice changed. It's just the default voice for the 3 races that you can switch to Ancano for male and Elenwen for female.
We only want what is best for Tamriel. Surely the rebels will accept peace when they realize this.
Now that stability has been established between the Dominion and the Empire, we seek only to help Skyrim.
Our final mod of the day, guys, is called Elly Follower. The mod adds a standalone follower called Elly to Skyrim. Elly is an engineering cat girl dressed in steampunk looking outfit mixed with Dwemer armor parts. She fights by throwing gears at her enemies, and if she gets in melee range, she fights with a wrench that has a small chance to briefly disable machines. She can also call Dwemer spiders to help her in combat as she gets into trouble. She lives in the Markarth Warrens in a small room full of Dwemer junk, of course, and there's also 2 or 3 hidden things to find in that room if you look around, and her bed can be used by the player if you want to. When dismissed, she will return here, and if you have any mods that modify the area, it could conflict, so be careful when you install this. For stats, she is good at one-handed, destruction, restoration and heavy armor, and her armor that she comes with has a 40% health regen on it, so she is very difficult to kill. You can take her armor and equip it for yourself if you want to as well. She's very good in combat as she levels up with you, so in my game she's level 274, so she takes like 100 hits by the guards before she actually goes down in combat, so she's a good follower overall. Well, that is about for this video. If you found the video useful, leave a like, it's very much appreciated, and if you want to see more daily news, guides and updates on similar games including mods, check out my channel and subscribe. You can turn on notifications as well to see vids as soon as they are released. But guys, thanks for watching, stay awesome as always, and I will see you all in the next one.